Hello everyone, Memory Tales is with you in this video. What's the point of saying what will happen in this video clip if you came by the title anyway? And I almost forgot to say, now I am using a neuron, although you already understood. This is a neuron from G-Men, because I simply couldn't find another one. I did it because someone wrote to me in the last video that I speak crappy English. Now I don't. And yes, if you are too lazy to watch the video, just rewind to the end. Everything will be written there. And so the Warlock will go first. Who is he? What is it eaten with, and is it even worth eating? A Warlock has a lot of damage, but this is not true at all, because he has very little damage, because as a magician there is much more damage, and so all his skills kill the owner himself, and this is not very good because you just kill yourself, and that's it. The end. The magician has an escape, for example acceleration or invisibility is considered. Therefore, the Warlock is officially not meta in this patch, and just fuck this Warlock out of the game. Or better yet, just make the game free. Our next one will be a magician. Why a magician? Because I talked about him when I talked about the Warlock. The magician is simply awesome, has great damage, 2 escapes, and is generally handsome. If we compare him with literally all classes, then he is more powerful than all classes. Only if alone, because if in a crowd, then he simply will not take out. But this is my opinion, because in my opinion, I have never seen him drag 3 toppers into a solo. And so the next one will be the Barbarian. This class is just space because it is a very strong class. A meeting of the Barbarian and the Fighter. The Barbarian will die out. Firstly in AP, secondly in armor, and thirdly in damage. If we exclude the fact that the Barbarian will not be erased from a crossbow. Now I gave an example when there is a me. The next one will be a Fighter. This is the only class where I read its description, namely what the developers wrote in the description of this character. It is very dependent on gear. That's basically it. And besides, it went meta to go through a slayer with 2 blades. And so the next class will go, namely the Archer, namely the Ranger. This class is considered an imbo only if you hit the enemy's head with a bow. You just need to use longbows, because it deals a lot of damage. I also noticed that this class also uses survival bow. This class shares first place with the Barbarian. Decide for yourself. The next class will go Rogue. This class is considered imba if you take all the perks for damage, namely exit from invisibility, ambush, poisoned blade, and humorist or jokester, and take cannons of invisibility into the dungeon. Also, all your gear should be +1, 2, or 3 to damage, even rings and everything else, and then you become a one-shot.